Hi, welcome back to Bolts to Lights, and welcome back to the Dungeon Crawler playthrough. We're just setting up for the second encounter. I realised I need to shuffle those back in. That was when I was showing you how the drain worked. We've got the backpack in play, which is costing 2 equipment. So these permanents always affect your cost. And the backpack says I can restock 5 equipment or magic cards that cost 1 or less. I can also get the bonus effect from my Ice Dwarf. She has the 3 daggers symbol. That lets me put 1 back in my hand. I've only got 1, 2, 3. I've only got 3 in there at the moment, so I'm just going to hold on to that for a bit. I'm just going to play it for its maximum effect. I don't need the equipment resources right now. I don't have much of a dungeon to defeat this time. We've only got to get power 2 attack to defeat the sum of their strength. The Shrieker does have thrown +2, which means that we need to put a card in play that has range of thrown or better. There's 4 ranges. The closest is melee, right, hand to hand. Then you have reach, thrown, and ranged. Okay, in ascending order. So this +2 power will come into effect unless we can put a card in play that has thrown or ranged. And as it goes, I'm kind of interested in getting rid of this mummy. This mummy is causing me pain. It's going to cycle through this deck a lot quicker. I don't really have much to help me. So what I'm going to do instead is his power X's the number of creatures in the grave, which is this one. These are all characters. This is a creature. Okay, he's got that creature keyword here. We've got animal, monster, creature, and then the bogey is a Faekith. Yeah, I think I treated this as a creature when I did his power in the last round, which was a mistake. It didn't matter in the end because their attack didn't get through. So yeah, that was a mistake from last time. Only this one is a creature. I misread that as characters. So he's going to have a power 1, that's 3. So 1, 2, 3 I can use to defend. But now I can't create power 2 to attack. Yeah, this is not quite what I wanted. So do I want to attack or do I want to defend? I think I want to attack and put a wound on him. The trouble is this one's got area 2, which means if the attack gets through, he's going to attack the first 2 characters here. That one should be here, right? Alright, I know how to do this. I'm going to use Intimidate. This one says if the total cost of all non-fearless animal, creature, fey or monster characters, this one's a monster, this one's undead, okay, does not exceed 2, remove them from play. So this one doesn't count, this doesn't, the cost of this one's only 1, so I'm going to remove this one play by playing Intimidate. He's not fearless. So that one simply means going in straight to the graveyard. Now, all I need to do, I've played Intimidate, that costs 2 tactics, is activate 2 to get the 2 power I need to hit their defense, which does a wound on him. The power of the mummy is only 1 because of only 1 creature card in the deck, so I'll activate my Ice Dwarf Explorer to get the 1 power I need to defend against his 1 power attack. Yeah, job done. Job done, that's all I needed to do. Okay, that was relatively straightforward. Drop any of these if you want. I don't want to. I'm going to keep these. I want to use flight, possibly for the Crumbling Floor. So let's reset everything. We'll draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just draw one card. It's use cover. Okay. Now we're going to end the round, and Crumbling Floor comes in. So it costs 3, costs 2. That's all that's going to happen. That's cost 5. Let's have a quick look at the Crumbling Floor. It's a terrain, and it's got this symbol here. This is called a combat trigger. Alright, this one with the down arrow. This was one that came into effect as soon as the card came into play. This one will activate as soon as the combat phase, the combat round starts. Okay, and it says we're going to activate all our adventures. Burn a crawler card for each adventure that you do not want activated. So we're going to potentially lose some more cards, but I don't have to worry about that because I can use flight now. Fly, all adventurers gain flight. I've got this magic effect from the gypsy, some bonus comes in. Not just one adventurer, all adventurers gain flight, and that allows us to ignore terrain effects. So I'm going to play this. And now we've got enough to, again, it's still just 2 power needed to wound that mummy. So let's use 2 power. We put a second wound on here. This thing is now defeated. And there's nothing to come back at us. Alright, so we're doing good. We're doing good. We have a monster, a young granite dragon. That's cost 3. An event. Okay, this one has a combat trigger. Not alone. If there's only one character in this encounter, search for a character and put it into play. Ignore its cost. So whatever happens, this dragon's not going to be on his own. Cost 1. It's a trap. This is an event. Characters of cost 1 or less gain frenzy. It's a combat trigger, frenzy, so it's not something that's going to affect us right away. We've got the chance to do something in our respond phase. But what it means is all these characters here would attack before the combat phase, before we have a chance to attack first. So they kind of get the jump on us, if you like. Not good. Okay, that's what's that? That's cost 4 so far. Okay, and then we've got a 2. So this one's going to bust and be a pull next time. That's a troll. Let's see. So the response. I'm just going to do myself a quick favour here and use my skill to play Master Negotiator, which allows me to gain 1 permanent equipment resource. Okay, so Not Alone is going to hit us first, and Not Alone says add 1 character to this encounter, because I've only got 1 character so far. Yeah, so he's not going to gain frenzy anyway. Okay, cool. If there's a pull sitting on the top here, just put it to one side, and all we're going to do is search. There you go, there's an ogre straight away. We're searching this deck for a character. So the ogre's coming in. Put this one back. Any non-character cards that we pulled, we've just put them to one side, and when we found the character we're searching for, we just shuffle them back in. Alright, that's the way that works. So they don't go to the discard. This ogre has got reach 2, and it's cost 1, so he's not going to get frenzy either, which is good news. But look at that power, 7. This card also says he's simple. Okay, simple -2. What that means is his power is reduced by 2 for each tactic card that we put in play. I wonder if that's permanent here. Tactic affects that. It says it triggers when tactics are brought into play, so I'm guessing not. Let's check on that one. I've got 2 more tactics, so that would potentially take his power down to 3. I don't think it's going to matter too much. So, 3 power, so I'll activate these 3, get my attack I need, 2, 3. I'll put 1 wound on the ogre. which reduces his life to 0. So he's out of here. And now we only have to face power 4. Though it does have thrown. So it's going to have 5 unless we can get thrown. He's armoured as well, this dragon. Yeah, I forgot that. So actually, that armour is going to add 1 to the defence of the dungeon. So we needed an additional power to defeat the dungeon. The difference here is the armour plus 1. You see, it doesn't add to the life total. So yeah, I'm actually going to need 4 power to overcome the dungeon, which means I will use cover. So 4 power to overcome the dungeon, and I'll use cover to reduce his power to 0. Look out for these power reducing cards. They're very powerful. There's some attacks that can't be defended against. I think there's a trait called Unstoppable, and the only way to defend against them is to reduce the attacking card to 0 power. Then you won't get the wound. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So these two go. This one's going to stay in play. This one's going to go. And now the troll's coming in. That's cost 2. So now we've got our 5 for the next event. Let's draw back up. I don't want to drop any of these. 1, 2, 3. Another cooperation. Yeah, this troll's tough otherwise. You'll notice it's got immune to harm. Now the default type of damage you do just by activating your adventurer for 1 power is melee harm. Okay, just like this guy does. So we're not going to be able to wound this one. I do want to pack some wounds on this dragon. So let's intimidate the troll. So we'll intimidate. Remove the troll. No, 1, 2, 3 we need. Remember it was plus 1 for the armour. To get a wound, and then he's going to hit us back. So we're definitely going to suffer a wound unless we can get, say, a shield on here. So what I'm going to do is spend this one. So I'm going to put a spend token on it. And then restock 5 equipment and put 1 back in our hand. So where's that shield? So the shield's coming back to our hand. 1, 2, 3. These ones are going to get restocked. That means I just shuffle them back in. Okay. So now I can 1, 2, 3, activate 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to put a wound on him. Not enough to kill him. Now he's got thrown plus 1, which means he's got 4 power plus the 1 unless I can put that up against it. And it's got area 2. So let's see, we can put up our shield. That gives us plus 6 if the gold dwarf warrior uses it, which you will obviously. Let's use search object as well. This one says search my caller deck, put the first 2 equipment cards you find in your hand. So let's see. Of course, maybe the case I don't have any. There you go. Sling. Shuffle these back in. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because of the area 2 attack. Remember, he's got plus 1 power first off, so this is power 5 because of thrown. But not only that, he's attacking twice. Okay, so that's 5 twice, area 2. So we're going to need a total of 10 defense altogether. We can use the wooden shield to defend. Area 2 means you can attack both dwarfs. Okay, the first 2 in the party line. And now I can use the chainmail armour. 2 equipment, 1, 2. Just had enough. Use my negotiator. which gives me +4 stamina, +4 because we have the matching icon here. 1 power from activating the dwarf, that's 5, so we've successfully defended both attacks. Close run thing, but I'm happy with that. I'm going to ditch one of these cooperations. I'm going to drop that. These get cleared away. This Master Negotiator stays in play. Backpack is now spent, which means this now goes up to 6. There you go. Fault with my tracker. I'll just leave it there, but we've got one more equipment. Alright, and he stays in because he's not dead yet. And then we'll draw 2 more cards and we're ready for the next encounter. Flaming Fury, which I like, and Shield Ally. A couple of good cards. Alright, we've got some good cards here, I think. Join me next time as we continue the Dungeon Crawler playthrough.